This is Pamela Astarte, me, talking to you about opening your heart on WTV60 for women of our age, women who have lived a wonderful, challenging, but deep and profound life. So today when I look at opening the heart, I'm not going to speak just of the heart in terms of the people we love or loving ourselves. I'm actually going to speak of it also as an organ, as the organ that pushes all this blood through our system. And if we don't take care of our hearts and open our vessel to health and exercise and keeping fit, we are going to suffer the consequences. We women now in this era are unfortunately dying as much as men used to of heart attacks and of other heart conditions. So opening one's heart physically is as important as emotionally. So I swim every day. That's how I take care of my heart. Opening your pectorals, that's what you want to do. You can lie back on a ball. You can do whatever it is that physically opens your chest and allows the heart space. You can also just do breathing exercises. You can breathe deeply into your heart and open. Think of all the vessels that come through your entire body, emptying into and going out of that organ all day, all night, working very hard autonomically. We don't have to do anything, but we do have to keep it healthy. I've become a vegetarian. I'm not necessarily saying everyone should, but I believe that, red meat is definitely not the best thing for us at our age. So something else to think about. Not necessarily a recommendation, just something to think about. So now I want to move to the heart chakra, if you will. Some people like that terminology. It's the place from which we feel the love that we open to and to ourselves. Now, as you may know from Greek philosophy, there are different types of love. There's filial love, love for our siblings and our friends. There's agape, which is the great love, love of the universe, love of sunsets, love of our community. And then there's erotic love, eros, which is for another, either of the opposite sex or the same sex. And I believe that as we get older, companionship is also a very valid way of getting that intimacy connection. People that we know we can talk to, we know we can be real with, we know we can have fun with, we know that they are there for us and they understand us, they see us, they know our foibles, and they accept them. That is true intimacy, as you may know. Often in a marriage, that may not be the case. Your partner may not readily accept all of the issues that are real to you, and that often causes dissension and problems within that kind of couple. So sometimes a companion, someone that you know well, someone that you can go on long walks on the beach with, or on a trip, traveling with. People that you can trust, people that you know are open to your love and you're open to receiving theirs. It's a two-way street. We don't always want to be the one that is giving of all that love and connection and not receiving. That's the mothering love, mother love. And of course, we do it for decades, some of us, forever. My children are quite old now, and I'm still in that mother love phase with them. And now, of course, my daughter's had a baby, so now we have an extension of love to a grandchild. And hopefully many of you are experiencing that as well. Grandchildren are the best. Which brings me to a point I wanted to make. We come into this world as babies, all of us, through a mother, open, completely open. No judgment, no conditions, no I have to have this, just open to love. If you look at a baby's face and a baby's smile, there's nothing there but pure, unadulterated love. It is, if you are religious, the face of God. It is the deepest possible connection to pure love there is in the universe. That innocent, beautiful, no dimensionality to it. It is simply gorgeous, effusive, no condition love, which is of course what a lot of us would like to have now. However, we've all had experiences, many of which may have not been so nice, many of which may have caused us to shut down. So again, babies come in completely open, no armor, and as we get older, armor begins to solidify around our heart, especially, sometimes around our entire body. Unfortunately, many women, as you know, have been sexually abused, either in childhood or in adulthood, and that definitely makes it very hard to open and to trust. Trust is, of course, the very fundamental requirement for that kind of open, caring love. So now, we're going to do an exercise. The first thing that I want you to do, and this is just so that you can focus the energy on your heart, is to either touch or bring your attention to your nose. This is a way in. So we're just going to focus on our nose. Just sense into it. Sense if it's tight, or if it's loose, or if it's hot, or if it's open, if you can actually feel that you can breathe through your nose. Take a few deep breaths. Breathe all the way into your heart, into your diaphragm. Sense that whole chest cavity opening up. The nose is a conduit. The nose allows us to breathe and to connect to the world around us. So the nose is a good way to come into a realization of the heart. So now that you have a good sense of your nose in the center of your face, moving down to your heart space. Some of you may be able to sense into your heart. Some of you may feel the beat of your heart. Lucky you. I am not sensing it, but I know it's beating there for me. The beauty of the heart muscle is that it is like a warrior muscle. It is just so hard, so tough, so constant. If you've ever been a runner or any kind of athletic activity, you know how hard the heart can pound to keep you going. So you want to really be grateful to this organ that we have in the center of our chest. And of course you know that it's not from your heart that you actually love. It's a metaphor, but it's a beautiful metaphor. So we're going to go with it. Feeling into your heart, again, breathing into your heart space through our nose. No other way to get the air down there. 3 deep breaths. And sense into that. Is it contracted? Is it closed? Is it open? Feeling, really allowing yourself to feel into your heart. A lot of us are pretty disconnected from our bodies. We don't really give ourselves permission to sense into our own body. The body is a wealth of information in terms of how you're doing, emotionally, physically, spiritually. So opening the heart, breathing into the heart, feeling into it. Is it constricted? Do you feel that it's armored? Do you feel that it's like a tight knot? Or do you feel expansive, open, ecstatic even? Yes, breathe into that. Allow that energy into your heart. For the Christians out there, you know that Christ is often shown with a heart and unfortunately often surrounded by thorns, which is a very sad allegory and metaphor for, unfortunately, many of us who have suffered, as he has, in face of a culture that doesn't accept you for who you are and for your gifts, his amazing gifts, but yours as well, your gifts to others. The other exercise I want you to do, and this is going to comfort you deeply, is something I was trained for in a type of work called cellular memory release by Luis Diaz. Have to honor those that have taught us these ways of learning. And this is an exercise called your future self. So what I want you to do is imagine a moment from your childhood, a moment where you were deeply at peace, having a wonderful time, enjoying yourself, a good memory, a really good memory. Let it be the first one you see. Don't analyze it. Oh yeah, but there must have been others. If it's you swinging on a swing, which is the first thing that came to me, then let that be your image. Whatever it is that immediately comes to you, maybe you were at the beach with your family, maybe you were skiing, maybe you were at a picnic, maybe you were in your house reading a book. Wherever you are, the moment was delightful, was full of joy, and it brought you joy. And now I want you to see that as a picture. You may not have taken a picture of this as a child. So in your mind's eye, take a picture of that moment. And here's where you get to be creative. You can make it into a mural. You can make it a tiny little camera shot. You can make it a normal picture size, 4x6, whatever size you would like it to be. Because now you're going to put a beautiful frame around your picture. And that can be also of your making, your choice. Could be out of driftwood, could be silver, could be glass. However you want to frame this beautiful moment in time, beautiful memory of your happiest moment, not happiest necessarily, a happy moment in your childhood. You got it? Got a frame around the picture? Okay, now I want you to put it somewhere in your house, where you live now, where you're going to see this picture. Every day, hopefully, you're going to be able to notice it and remember that moment. So put it somewhere, on your chimney, on a chest of drawers, on your kitchen table, on the wall somewhere. And very slowly, I want you to back away from the picture in your mind's eye. All of this in your mind's eye. So you're backing away from the picture, and I want you to start looking around at where you are. And what you're going to notice is you may or may not any longer be in your home, in your current home. You're in a home, you're somewhere where you feel at peace, but you may not be in the home that you know. Maybe this is a room with huge windows looking out at the ocean. Maybe it's a cabin in the woods. Maybe it's an apartment building in New York. But it's your home in the future. So looking around, taking it in, notice if there are other people there. Notice if you're by yourself. Notice what is bringing you joy in this picture. Is there furniture that you love? Are the colors on the wall beautiful colors? Just notice. Really take the time to look around at your future home. And take it in. This could very well be your future home. Now, this is the most interesting part of this exercise. You're going to sit down somewhere, couch, bench, chair, floor, with you in the future. It could be a week from now, could be 10 years from now, could be 30 years from now. And I want you to sit with this woman, because we are all women here talking about a woman and being a woman, and have a conversation with her. Most importantly, I want you to ask her, how did you get here? Ask her how her health is. Ask her if she's still working, or what her hobbies are, or what she likes to do, or how many grandchildren she has, or nieces and nephews, or friends. Just talk to her like you would any friend that you might meet for the first time. She is your ally. She is a deep psychic ally. This is a woman, your own self, that you can come back to anytime you need to be held, anytime you're having a hard time. She is your advisor. So sit with her, Talk to her, find out how she got here. That question is often a very good one to ask. Did she do yoga? Did she dance? Did she paint? How did she keep herself alive, happy, and well? Now, if we were in a session together, I would ask you to share this information. Since you're out there and I'm here, what I would like you to do is, as Dorothy has often mentioned, take your journal and take some time and write down whatever you discovered about your future home, your future self, and learn this mechanism, this way that you can pull away from this picture and find yourself there again. So take the time to do the journaling, and I will be back for our next session on counting your blessings. This is Pamela Astarte signing off.